gun you down, yeah. Ready to gun you down, yeah. Ready to gun you down, yeah. Ready to gun you down, ruler clip, send a ruler hit, pull up on your beat. She say that I got a ruler deep, spray your block down. We not really with that ruler, I shoot block car now. I don't really get no about who I hit. Yeah, yo, she get with me, that Ziggy with me. I'm mad match, you know I got Ziggy with me.
How long was that ad breaks, Buddha?
Sure.
That was 3 minutes.
My goodness.
You're a doctor and you 3 minutes. Men's clinic.
Who said I'm finished?
All I can say is it's true.
So listen, the lituation continues right here on TrendingSA on SABC3. Now, our guest today is incredible. This is his book. It's called Cash Flow Naked. And in it are the secrets to success, dikumutu, as we would say. Though a hustler falls more than 10 times, he will still find his flow and drop his nets in the deep to catch the right fish. Skr, skr. He entered the space of forex trading back in 2009 and has successfully managed to build his name in that sphere. But of course, his story is not that simple. You see, as I say in the book, at the book launch, he talked about how the book itself offers financial education to liberate disadvantaged communities. So without wasting any more time, let's speak to the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jabulani, Cash Flow.
Send a ruler hit, pull up on your beat. She say that I got a ruler deep, spray your block down. We not really with that.
I just heard that lyric.
Nia Fanelana, just in your outfits, I'm just saying hashtag, just to bring some controversy to the thing. Hey, listen, congratulations on this.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this larger than life that you seem to be living as well.
Thank you very much.
So let's start right at the beginning. Where did it all begin? And I mean this kind of need to be successful, right? Because, you know, some people are just okay with being okay, but you had a hunger.
Look, it began when I was introduced to Robert Kiyosaki books, you know. So they changed the way I view things. They changed the way I viewed life. Basically, they removed the cloud on my eyes, you know. So, because, I mean, from the tender age, from the age of 15, I vowed that I will never work for someone else. I will never settle for being poor, you know. I took the experience of being raised by parents with minimum wages as the real life lesson for me. So, I mean, I know how difficult it is not owning a new pair of shoes, going to school. I mean, even a new uniform, you know. So, I mean, it's something that I didn't want for my kids. So, like, I strongly believe from the tender age that there gotta be other ways, there gotta be other means out there, because I was discouraged, in fact, from following the formal education. Not that I'm against it, but I was discouraged because looking at home, like my sisters, my uncles, I mean, they've got degrees, diplomas, you name them, you know. So PhD, I don't know which one comes first, but yeah. So, but I mean, nobody changed the situation at home. Like we only ate chicken on Sundays. So with their degrees, working and stuff like. But when I go to town, I will see people driving nice cars, X5, Range Rovers, you name them. So I kept asking myself, what is it that can I do to own or to have the same lifestyle, you know? So up until I was introduced to Rich Dad Poor Dad, that's Robert Kiyosaki books. That's the first book I read and I finished, because, you know, there's a perception that black people don't like reading. But from that day, I started reading books and they changed my life.
Wow.
That's phenomenal. Look, you're a self-made millionaire. That's remarkable, considering that you're already starting life on the back foot, the way this country's set up, the way that opportunities are set up. If you don't mind me asking how old you are.
I'm 32.
You're 32. Okay, so you're not a born free. You lived through what would have been an apartheid era of your scholastic career. Yes. And that already sets you off not only in a space of the oppression of the entire system in South Africa, but the oppression of what you think you are capable of doing. How did you get to this stage of success, because with the entire system against you?
Look, more than anything, it's the massive faith I had in my dreams.
Say that again, please.
It's the massive faith I had in my dreams, yes. Because more than anything, I always make this example. I remember when I was still young, playing in the playground, driving your favorite cars. It was only the best, the Mercedes, the Ferraris, the Porsche, you name them. You ladies, you were owning your 13-bedroom house. You'll even have your dream husband, like you described, But as you grow older...
Cars. I don't know what you mean.
I'm dreaming about men.
But as you grow older, when you face the reality, all those goals and dreams disappear, So for me, as I've said, what kept me going is the massive faith I had in my dreams. So that's why I'm here today, because I don't believe in the word impossible. I believe that anything is possible, and I believe in going against systems, because I believe that the system that we have in Africa, they are here to oppress us. You are told to go to school, get good grades, so that one day you'll work to a good job with benefits. Now, I'm still waiting to see someone who's financially free from following that pattern. There's a difference between being financially free and making money.
Right. What's financial freedom? Explain that to us.
Financial freedom is affording anything you want, is having passive income. Passive income is the income that you'll earn whether you've worked or not. So the example that I always make, if you're an employee, if you were to stop working right now, how long would it take you to survive with the money in your bank account?
A day.
If your answer is a day or 2 months, then you gotta change the way you do things, because it's not about now, it's about the future. What legacy are you gonna leave for your kids?
And abantu bathanda ukutyela yonke into for today, they forget about the future.
Exactly.
Nanga, le ncwadi mna ndiyifundile aba bayifundanga. What is it about for bona abangayifundanga?
Why are you so judgy?
It's about financial education based on my real life lessons and experience. Now, as I've said earlier, what changed my life was Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I used the same concept, like of writing a book based on the real life lessons. Now, the purpose of this book is to help government to increase entrepreneurs. Wow. Because if we increase entrepreneurs, we're going to grow the economy of the country. Exactly. So, and to help those entrepreneurs who have fallen, entrepreneurs who are starting, basically it's about that more than anything.
Little handbook. How to. Nice.
You outlined some stories about tough times in your life. You talk about how you came home one day and all of the furniture was outside the house, and the neighbor told you that, your dad had defaulted and so the house had been repossessed. You talk about resilience and tenacity. You talk about, the fact that you will go through pain, but it doesn't mean that you won't be able to get up again. But what really amazes me is this talk of forgiveness. When you talk about forgiving, right? Can you delve more into, what grudges and blame do to a person?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Like, if I can paint a scenario, like I used to have a friend. We went to school together. We used to hustle together. Like even when we were starting business, we used to go to the same high school and sell hot dogs, together. So then I decided to go the route of entrepreneurship. Then he decided to follow his parents' dreams, like to work, So when I started, his parents disagreed with him. They said, you must go work. So I started the business. Then when I was successful 2 years later, I called him to say, come work for me, So he worked for me as a senior manager in my company. So obviously the business grew. And then when we were printing money, we were attacked in 2011 by media, Reserve Bank, after popping a R1 million party. So I
remember that party wasn't invited to sis.
So basically I was labeled as a conman, like you name them. So now my best friend is the one that worked with those white people that wanted to tarnish my reputation. So
you were betrayed.
I was betrayed by my best friend. That's why I always say, media didn't destroy me, but it's my best friend that I trusted.
Wow.
But I'll never make him famous and reveal who he is. That's why I kept quiet and made peace. I forgave him, basically, and then I moved on in my life.
So what is the power in that?
It's because you become free. Like, even if you're holding grudges, you'll spend a lot of your time thinking about the comeback to that person. But if you are free, you'll focus on developing yourself and moving forward.
So you speak about this year where, you know, you were being investigated, people said things about you, and I'm sure you had to clear your name. How did you go about doing that?
I went to court. The trial went on for 4 years.
Yes.
Yes. Look, for me, I mean, I understood from day one when I started this business that I'm not supposed to be doing this, because with my business model, I'm educating people on how to take control over their finances, on how to create wealth for themselves. So, I mean, I run a training institution. I train people on how to trade direct on the financial market. Now, that means if I introduce like 10,000 people to trade in the financial market, directly, I'm affecting the institutions, because those people will withdraw their funds from institutions and trade in the financial market. So there's no way that institution going to sit and look at me doing that. So I was printing money that time. Like, I was channeling everyone to forex trading. So they had to do something to tarnish my reputation. Obviously, the institution like Reserve Bank, there's no way that they really know that I didn't contravene the act. But according to their records, they confirmed that I contravened the Bank's Act. But when I went to court, I was cleared. I was acquitted. I didn't win the case because the courts found out that there was no case against me from the beginning. But for 4 years, I had that stigma, being labeled as a conman.
Wow.
Basically.
That's remarkable.
Well, this is fascinating. Congratulations on your success, and congratulations on this mission that you're on. Thank you very much. Jabulani Ngobo, otherwise known as Cashflow.
Thank you.
At Cashflow Ngobo, and on Instagram he is at Cashflow Ngobo as well on Twitter. We'll see you after this break.
How long did it take you to
Bye.
Level 70.